The last Adobe app that we'll be going through in the Adobe suite is Spark Video, so go ahead and open that. And then I'll show you the example that I made for this and then walk you through how to create this. Yellowstone National Park history. People have spent time in Yellowstone region for more than 11,000 years. Many tribes and bands use the park as their home, hunting grounds, and transportation routes prior to and after European American arrival. This is a picture of Fishing Bridge. The original bridge was built in 1902. The current bridge was built in 1937. It was historically a tremendously popular place to fish. The Grand Prismatic Hot Spring is the most photographed thermal feature in Yellowstone. That's because of its crazy bright colors and enormous size. Extremely hot water travels 121 feet from a crack in the earth to reach the surface of the spring. Discovered in 1870 by the Washburn Expedition, Old Faithful Geyser was named for its frequent and somewhat predictable eruptions, which number more than 1 million since Yellowstone became the first national park in 1872. The Mammoth Post Office was built in 1938. The post office lobby has walls of travertine from a quarry outside of the park's north entrance. There are 2 3-ton bears at the post office entrance that were added in 1941. So just like before, we have an inspiration tab at the bottom, a plus tab, and then my videos. Any video that I create is going to be saved in my videos. So let's go ahead and click on inspiration. Very similar to how Adobe Pages was set up. These are just kind of some inspiration videos to get you started. So if a student is having a hard time, they can watch one of the videos and just kind of see how somebody else would put it together. So to create Adobe Spark Video, you're going to click on the plus sign. And then I think it's the easiest to use a story template to start with. There's several different templates to start with. The first one is promote an idea, tell what happened, a hero's journey, show and tell, personal growth, teach a lesson, an invitation, and start from scratch. So I'm going to go to tell what happened. That's the one that I usually choose. And it brings me to the template. One reason that I think it's easier to build through a template for students is if you look to the bottom, it has slides that are kind of helping me create it with who, when and where, this happened, then this happened, then this happened. It just helps kids continue to create it. So the very first thing I can do is bring in a video. So I'm going to click the plus sign at the top. You'll see that I have videos, text, photos, and icons. So I'm going to click on photo. And just like before, I'm going to click find free photos. Sticking with our theme, I'm going to put in Ireland. Add in my photo. And if I click the plus sign again, I can add text over this. If I don't like the photo, I can tap on the photo and then I could pull in another one. Then I go to the next slide, add another picture. I can type information over this, or I can use the microphone and just talk over my slides. So I'm just going to fill in a few of my slides with photos just so we have something to start with. Up at the top, you'll notice there's a layout. This helps me kind of place where I want the Ireland journey. Right now it's set as full screen. I could do split screen where it's going to have half the picture and then half text. Caption where it's going to bring it down to the bottom and put a little transparent box around it. Otherwise, I can do title and text. So I'm going to do mine as full screen. And if I click on the next one, I get the same layout features. So if a student wanted to put text with a picture, but they don't want the text over top of their photos, they can do split screen. Click the plus sign, click on text, and then type their information here. Up at the top, you'll notice that there is also a theme. So if I wanted to see what this mega one was, You'll notice that it changes the colors to green. I can click on that little pencil icon to edit. So if I didn't want green, maybe I wanted the maroon, I could add the maroon in here. Up at the top, there's music. You can pull in some background music. When you click on them, you get just a little preview. So I'm going to do Sweet Arrival, and then I'm going to bring the volume down just a little bit. And up in the top right corner, you're going to click Done, and that will select the music for the rest of your video. For students to be able to narrate on top of the cards, they are going to press and hold the microphone, and it's immediately going to start recording. So I'm going to press and hold Ireland Journey by Cara Dam. Go to my next slide. You can see by default my slides are 4 seconds, but as I speak, that will adjust for how much information I am adding in with my voice. So I can press and hold here and continue talking about Ireland and the hills and the green grass and just how beautiful it is. And you can see that we're up to almost 10 seconds. When I let it go, I've got 10 seconds, and then I can continue to go on through all of these. On this side, if I press the play button, this just plays my one slide that I'm on. If I press the play button down in the lower left corner, that plays my entire project. So that's a good way for them to check to make sure everything's right. Once it's completely right and they're ready to turn it in, up in the top right corner is a share button, and they're going to save it to camera roll. They can import this directly into Seesaw once they save it to their camera roll, into Schoology, put it in a Google slide, or even put it into a Adobe Pages project. So I'm going to give you some time to build up your journey to your vacation spot.